All right, so let's do a little bit of a part two here, and let's talk about the political ramifications of all of this, because that's going to be the biggest thing as far as fallout goes, right? So a procedural vote just happened between a small group of Democrats and Republicans. Marjorie Taylor Greene was talking about this, being interviewed, I think, by Benny Johnson. And this small vote was just to bring this to the House floor, to get out of that procedural vote and bring it directly to a House vote. And it was brought up by Democrats, Ro Khanna, and it was release everything they have, and you have 30 days to do it and put it on a government website. Now, the problem with this was, and I don't know why this would even be, this is a problem, why you wouldn't figure this out, and it's fucking common sense right from the get-go. But when they say release everything and you have 30 days, there was no restrictions on it. So it was like you would just dump thousands of hours of child pornography onto a government website, which is fucking stupid. Why would you do that? Why would you not edit all of that video out and remove the children? I've said this before in a previous video. The only thing you have to do is these recordings that were from the rooms on Epstein Island is the adult has been recorded walking into the room, right? Entering the room, they are prepared to start engaging in an act. Remove the child from that video completely. Gone. Photoshop, video shop, whatever the fuck you have to do. Remove the child and just have a still shot of the adult that has walked into the room, and just stop it right there before they even start taking their clothes off, or maybe the shirt comes off, whatever, and then just fucking pause it and still it right there, and then you can identify the adult that's in there. So it ended up being like a 9-5 vote with like 9 people saying no, 5 people saying yes, most of those being Republicans. And then there was an attack on Republicans for saying no, we don't want this, don't release this. But their reasoning was, you can't just dump 10,000 hours of child pornography and crazy shit on a government website for the entire taxpayer base to consume. Which fucking makes sense. I don't know why that was an option in the first place. So now it has to come to a second vote. And this time the second vote will have detailed instructions on how to move forward with this process. So now, for anyone that votes no on this, we can now officially go, you motherfuckers on the list? What the fuck are you saying no to all of this being released for? The other political ramifications of this is the midterms coming up. A lot of people are pissed off right now. Trump is kind of turned on his base a little bit on getting pissed at us for talking about this. It started with phase 1, you're going to get the binders, and we're opening up all this Epstein stuff. You're going to get it. And then we got the binders, and it was like, well, this is kind of shit that we already know. So I don't really, what are we doing here? And phase 2 was, well, we've looked all over the place. We checked the basement, we checked the attic, we checked the next door neighbor's house. Can't find nothing. Even though Bondi was like, there's a truck of evidence coming from that southern district of New York. And let's say, think of a box truck of a U-Haul, and how much paperwork in boxes you could fit in a U-Haul. That's a lot of paperwork. And then it turns into, well, the stuff's on my desk. That's not a U-Haul full of shit on your desk. And then it's, well, there's nothing really there. It was some information about Epstein, but nothing that you guys want. What the fuck was it? His tax returns? His fucking diary? What the fuck was it? And then, and then phase 3 is like, would you shut the fuck up about talking about Epstein? No one wants to talk about it anymore. The guy's dead. We're so sick of hearing it. And just drop the whole thing and don't talk about it anymore. And we're like, wait, what? Like, are you high?
In 1 mile, exit right.
Are we high? What is happening? And then phase 4 is Trump is like, I don't want to be friends with you guys anymore. You won't shut up. I don't want you to be my supporters anymore. You guys are assholes. Why can't you just drop it? And we're like, what the fuck is happening? And, the difference between us and the left and lefties with the Democrats is we actually hold our